1,000 hours in space. So never did I dream that I'd have this intersection in my career again. So it's just fantastic to be here. The Texas A&M University Space Institute will serve as a launch pad for innovation, collaboration, and opportunities that extend beyond our state to literally impact the world. This institute represents our commitment to pushing the boundaries of knowledge. I personally just can't wait to see the breakthroughs that lie ahead for our institute and our collaborators. So to guide us through the ceremony today, I'd like to introduce my Associate Director, Dr. Rob Ambrose, mechanical engineer and roboticist extraordinaire, to take you through the rest of the program. Rob?
Don't you love Nancy Curry Gregg? Awesome. All right, well, thank you. Before we get started, I want to thank some of our invited speakers today. They include the Board of Regents Chairman, Bill Mahomes. Thank you for being here, sir. Our Chancellor, John Sharp. Thank you, sir. State Representative, Dr. Greg Bonin. My new boss, Vice Chancellor and Dean of Engineering, Dr. Robert Bishop. And my old boss, Center Director, Vanessa Wyche. Oh, and my boss's boss, President Welsh. Anybody got some job openings out there? I might need one. All right. Also want to thank some folks in the audience in attendance. We have Representative Suleiman Lalani. Representative Terry Wilson. I think I saw Terry. And Regent Michael Plank. Welcome, sir. So we're honoring many guests here in the audience today. What a crowd, an amazing crowd. So we would like several groups of you to stand up and be recognized as a collective. If you're a member of our Bay Area local government, please stand up and take some applause. Thank you. If you're a member of NASA leadership, please stand up and take some applause. If you're a member of the new Texas Space Commission or the TARSIC Consortium, please stand up. Community. We also have an amazing design build team that's working on this. If you're a member of the Energy or Vaughn team, could you please stand up? So each of you folks played a very important role in what's going to happen here. And as most important things like this, any one of you not being there, it wouldn't have happened. The community has come together with NASA and Texas A&M and the state of Texas. I'm proud of all of you. Without further ado, I'd like to ask the Texas A&M Maritime Color Guard to march its colors, and Lane Beasley will take it away. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. What a wonderful way to start such a beautiful day here in Houston. This time, I'd like to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Regents for Texas A&M University System, Bill Mahomes. He's going to tell us a little bit about this remarkable and unique building that we're going to be building here in Clear Lake. I'm going to leave my phone here just to keep the wind.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone. I bring you greetings on behalf of Texas A&M University System Board of Regents. I am joined by my fellow regent, Michael Plank, who was introduced a few minutes ago. Last year, our board approved the creation of the Texas A&M University Space Institute to strengthen the role of Texas as a global leader to the new space economy. In our opinion, no university is better equipped to help lead the way than Texas A&M. It's out of this world. Scientists are working on space-related research in 12 different colleges and schools. Other system universities, including Prairie View A&M and Texas A&M Corpus Christi, also continue cutting-edge research. This new $200 million facility here next to the Johnson Space Center will support training for missions, including simulated landings on the moon and Mars, as well as advanced R&D in aeronautics, robotics, and other fields. This faculty will be vital for partnerships, research and commercial, that help Texas businesses as well as NASA stay in the forefront of this final frontier. This facility is aligned with the goals of the U.S. Space Force and NASA and the Artemis program, which intends to return humans to the moon and eventually establish a lunar base to launch human missions to Mars. In Greek mythology, Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo. In human history, Apollo 11 is, in the minds of many, our greatest achievement. So here's hoping that Artemis can match or surpass her twin brother. In any event, at Texas A&M and the Texas A&M system, we are strapped in and ready to do our part. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the dynamic and visionary leader of the Texas A&M system, the longest serving leader in the system, and some believe the best chancellor, in his 14th and final year as chancellor, John Sharp.
Howdy. Well, first, I want to tell you that last night I called Vanessa and I said, "What do you want me to talk about?" And she said, without hesitation, "I want you to talk about 2 minutes." And so, I get the drill here. I'd first like to recognize a couple of people in the audience, 2 or 3. First of all, Mays Middleton, the state senator who is instrumental in this, and Representative Terry Wilson. Please give both of them a round of applause. And one of our member of the Board of Regents from Houston, Mike Plank, sitting here in the corner. Mike, thank you for being here. This whole deal is a product of the fertile minds of Vanessa Wyche and Greg Bonham. They're the 2 people that came up with the idea for this, and came to us and we went, "Boy, this is a no-brainer. We want to be a part of it." And the resulting appropriation was about $300 million, about $200 million of which is to build these 2 facilities here. Both of these facilities are going to have the same footprint as Kyle Field. If you've ever been there, that's a pretty interesting little building. And the real reason for it is because everything in the past with regard to NASA has been about orbiting, right? But all of a sudden, there's something different that's a mission. And the different part of the mission is colonizing the south pole of the moon, colonizing Mars. And so you need a place where robots can roam free, where you can test all your facilities and things like that, and all the stuff that comes out of the fertile mind of Rob Ambrose over here, which is these things back behind us. And we needed a place to do it. And so we invited some folks to come, and we were overwhelmed by the number of people and industries that came along with NASA that said, yes, we want to be a part of it. And so this is going to be now the first question I, as a political science major, asked was, where the hell are you going to get moon dust? Well, it turns out I didn't know that the moon used to be a part of the Earth. My mama didn't talk about that. And so they're going to get get 84 carloads of moon dust from Laredo, Texas. Now, you're going to call it moon dust. They're going to call it caliche, but either way, it's going to work. This is going to be game-changing. For us at Texas A&M, we have been not only a land grant, not only a sea grant, but a space grant university for decades. We have more astronauts on our faculty than any university in the United States of America. We even manufacture the food that is consumed at the International Space Station on our West Campus over there. And then Governor Abbott has challenged Bob over here to put in space engineering, which is now going in. We are all in on this with our friends at NASA, and I cannot be more grateful to Vanessa and to Greg and to all of NASA for allowing A&M to be a part of this. Now, the guy that made it happen is Greg Bonin. Greg Bonin, of course, is your state representative, most of you. He is the chairman of the Appropriations Committee of the House of Representatives, and when he has an idea and intends to want funding, it tends to get funded. And he has done a marvelous job with space and with this. And so without further ado, let me introduce really one of the two people of the hour, the reason for the season here, Dr. Greg Bonin.
Thank you. You know, Dr. Nancy Curry Gregg mentioned that she's a veteran of 4 missions, 4 space shuttle missions. But what you guys don't know is that I'm actually a veteran of more than 4 missions where my parents put me and my 3 young siblings into a lime green wood-paneled station wagon and drove us to the Johnson Space Center. And we would get out and walk around, and it was a different era where there was no secure gate that you couldn't get in. And as a kid growing up, it was a life-changing experience to be able to come here and see and experience that. But if you were to drive onto the campus today and get out and walk around, well, it would be a little bit different. It would actually look very much the same as it did back at that time. But starting today, that is going to change. The Chancellor very correctly acknowledged some of my colleagues that are here, and I also want to say my state senator and friend, Mays Middleton, who is an essential part of this, is with us. Representative Dennis Paul, who's a great colleague and partner and also represents this area. And then a guy who's not just a friend and a colleague, Terry Wilson. He's also Texas A&M class of 1988, a classmate of mine, and a veteran who has served this country. And I could not be standing here in front of you guys without all the work that they have done, and we thank you guys for that. So this is going to be a truly remarkable facility, and while there are grand visions of what will happen in that facility as we enter into a really unprecedented time of exploration and actually returning humans to the moon and planning to go from the moon then on to Mars. If you think about it, it's not just an external manifestation or a change in the landscape that you will be able to see. That is a symbol of our internal commitment and our drive to excellence and to the pursuit of exploration and discovery and to making life better here on Earth for the billions of people on Earth by what we do in space. And this is a great day, but it's going to be an even better day when we do the ribbon cutting in 22 months. We're going to hold you guys to 22 months. We expect to be back here for that. So it is truly an honor to get to represent such an amazing place. Once in a while, you would never think this happens, right? There might be a little friction or tension in politics. And some of my colleagues might grouse a little bit about their mayor, and I'll say, well, my mayor, Mike Foreman, who's with us today, he's a retired astronaut. How cool is that? You know, that's just the way we roll down in Galveston County in District 24. So welcome to our community. God bless you, and God bless the great state of Texas. All right, and now we're going to hear from the president of my alma mater, President Welsh. Would you please come and share a few words with us?
Howdy. It's really good to see you, and this is just an incredible day, isn't it? What a beautiful day. It's a great opportunity, and it's a really, really exciting day for Texas A&M University. Are there any current Aggie students out here? There you go. Because you are what this is all about for me. It's about the opportunity we can put in front of students in the future. Can you imagine the students who are interested in space-related careers having the opportunity to come down and intern, to study, to do research at a facility like this with people like this? It's incredible. That group of people, by the way, is growing in Texas. There are more and more Texans who want to get back into the space business because nothing screams America like the space program. Never has. Not in my lifetime. And so this is an incredible opportunity for us. I think this new state-of-the-art facility, along with our collaboration with NASA and other space-related organizations, is going to open the door to more and better research faculty, to different students, to people who really want a career in this exciting, almost new frontier that is opening up so dramatically in front of us. With 4 astronauts already on our faculty and with scientists active in the NASA Mars missions already, including a couple on the Perseverance rover team, we have a proven record of participating in space-based research and operations. We've got 280 faculty today who are working with their research affiliates on over 300 space-focused projects after raising about $125 million in grant funds over the last 5 years for those projects. So we are already committed to the idea of space as a major part of the future of Texas A&M. This will allow us to offer new degree programs, as you've already heard, new educational pathways for our students, and experiences they couldn't get anywhere else. Like coming down to watch the first Mars landing and seeing Chairman Bonin and Chancellor Sharp step out of the rover, gigging them. It's going to be a big day. Texas A&M University is all in on this, and I mean all in. So live long and beat the hell out of Mars. Now, the most important guy on our campus who hasn't already been introduced, having to do with this facility and its future. The Dean of our College of Engineering at Texas A&M, 25,000 students strong this year. 1 in every 3 Aggie student is an engineering student. It's incredible. The college has increased the number of engineering degrees 75% over the last 10 years. Dr. Bobby Bishop.
Howdy. It's great to be back in Houston and to see a lot of my friends. I spent many years at JSC in MPAD, if you remember MPAD. I spent many years in EG as an engineer, so it's great to be back. I'd like to thank Regent Mahomes, Chancellor Sharp, Representative Bonin, President Welsh, Director Wyche, and of course I want to thank our Institute Director, Dr. Nancy Curry-Gregg, and our Institute Associate Director, Dr. Rob Ambrose. Your vision, support, and expertise and hard work is what makes this possible. So this morning, I want to highlight how this new institute will be a site for innovative space research, allowing us to test new equipment and new technologies. Companies developing lunar landers can extraterraform a spot on the Institute's moonscape and conduct high-fidelity mission operations with cameras, sensors, and rovers coming off of those landers. Companies creating suits can test long-duration walking challenges and train for emergency scenarios, suit cleaning and maintenance operations, and practice working with science instruments. And teams building rovers can test their systems by deploying off of the landers, driving on steep slopes, navigating in harsh lighting, and interacting with spacesuits and with payloads. And scientists designing new instruments can test their devices in high-fidelity terrain and conduct training for astronauts who will use the instruments on the lunar surface and Mars as well. This new institute will be the testing ground for innovative technologies and the inspiration for the next generation of explorers. There are over 80 currently active space missions, and each one brings us closer to new knowledge and advancements. This facility, this new institute, is just the beginning. The future of space exploration is limitless. It is now my honor to welcome Vanessa Wyche, the director of NASA's Johnson Space Center, to the podium. She joined NASA in 1989 and held several key leadership positions in the organization before becoming director. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Engineering and a Master of Science in Bioengineering from Clemson University, and holds an honorary doctorate of science from Coastal Carolina University. She is a member of the National Academy of Engineering and a good friend to Texas A&M. I'd like to introduce and welcome Director Wyche.
Thank you, Bobby, for that wonderful introduction. To say that I'm excited we are here today is a major understatement. At NASA's Johnson Space Center, we have a vision to dare to expand frontiers and unite with our partners to explore for the benefit of all humanity. Today's groundbreaking is not just a physical act of breaking ground or planting a flag. Today, in fact, is the day that that vision will be manifested. And I want to start by thanking Representative Bonin and the other representatives from the state of Texas for their continued investment in the advancement of human space exploration, and the members of the Texas Space Commission for your vision. I also want to thank Texas A&M Chancellor Sharp, Regents as the chairman and the other regent that is present today, and the leadership for your partnership and all that A&M has accomplished to get us to this point today, to the inception of Texas Space Institute. Congratulations. For more than 60 years, NASA's Johnson Space Center has cemented its position as the hub for human space exploration, as the home to mission control, astronaut training, human health and performance in space medicine, and management of NASA's premier human spaceflight missions. And to continue this tremendous progress into the future, NASA is offering industry, academia, and international partners access to NASA's capabilities, including facilities, land, and our very talented workforce. Together, we can leverage the power of proximity and shared resources. Exploration Park will have a collaborative facilitation of research and technology transfer and will foster a sustainable pipeline of career development opportunities for the Artemis generation. As was mentioned, Artemis in Greek mythology was the twin sister to Apollo. And as was the challenge from our chair of the Regents, Chair Mahomes, we do intend for her to beat her little brother, her twin brother. But as we embark on this journey, we are going to be working together, academia, with internationals and the commercial and all of government to make all of this happen. We will have an opportunity to innovate in ways that we've never done before. And this is going to accelerate by giving us the best and the brightest from all around the world to help to solve the challenges that we're working to solve for Earth, but we're solving those using low Earth orbit. We'll solve them using the moon as well as Mars. So today, the future of Texas legacy in aerospace is brighter than ever, as the Texas Space Institute in Exploration Park will create an unparalleled aerospace, economic, business development, research, and innovation region across the state. Humanity's next giant leaps truly start here. I'd like to present to Texas A&M system and to Regent Mahome montage. So if I could get you, Regent Mahome and Chancellor Sharp, and I'm going to get the montage. Hold on. So, to the right? Okay. So this montage has a flag of the state of Texas that was flown on Crew 8, and it returned on Crew 7. And this is given to the Texas A&M Space Institute to honor the day that we did the groundbreaking. So I'll step over here. Awesome. And then also, finally, I'd like all members of NASA's Johnson Space Center senior staff to stand. These individuals have been working tirelessly to achieve our missions today, to transform the Johnson Space Center and bring Exploration Park to life. I'd like to thank them and to ask them to join me in a proper welcome of Texas A&M to the neighborhood. Thank you.
Good. They've been practicing that. All right, well, thank you so much. What a great lineup of speakers. Let's give them all another round of applause. Okay, so to give you kind of a peek, we're going to show you a fly-through of the new facility. So we're going to play it on these two monitors, and I'm going to walk over there and kind of, I think I might take the mic with me, and try and walk you through this amazing building. And it's going to start from Saturn Lane, coming into the new facility that will be right in this land just to to my left. So you see at the beginning, there's a facade looking at Saturn Lane. All the parking you see in the front, that'll be for visitors. The folks that work there will have ample parking in the back, and maybe even some other access for Exploration Park back there. Notice a beautiful facade. The Chancellor has offered funding to make sure we have a really large logo on this building. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Going in the lobby, you see it's well lit, a lot of glass. There's a beautiful exhibit hall up on the second deck. And that exhibit hall has a bridge that juts out into both the moonscape and the Marsscape. So when you come right in, you immediately realize this is not Kansas anymore. You go back down, you see we've got a couple special garages, some special rooms up front, one for donning and doffing suits and another for rovers. So if any of our companies would like to have a rover up front, like if they were going to give some tours, there it is. There's a legacy rover of the Apollo era. Going outside, now we're going to step out onto the Mars terrain. Now we're being very careful. We're looking for some simulant material that's somewhere between burnt orange and maroon. Got to be very careful here. But look at that row of garages. So we're calling the labs garages because they all roll out onto this amazing surface. And it's air conditioned. It's going to be an amazing work area. You see on the first deck, you see the garages. On the second deck, you see mezzanine levels with glass so you can overlook your equipment. And up on the third level are some project rooms we'll get to in a minute. There's also this amazing wormhole where you can drive from Mars to the moon. And in this case, it's a 2-lane highway. So it's an easy way to get there. I wish it were that way in the solar system. But now over on the moon side, you see things look a little different. Most of the time, we might have those lights up for engineers to work, but when we turn the lights out on this side of the building, it's going to be inky dark. You will not be able to see your hand in front of your face. Again, more garages, more labs. And I hear the garages on the moon side are going fast, so get yours quick. They're very roomy. They're really designed for, if you're working on suits or landers or rovers or science equipment. Look at that place, just awesome. That's a double garage. There's a mezzanine up on the top deck. So all the engineers and scientists can be right there with their equipment. You've got a staircase that can go up and down so everybody can be right there together. Look at that corridor down the center. You walk down there, you can look left and right into all the garages and see what they're doing, or not. If they've pulled the curtains closed, there's going to be doing a lot of proprietary work is going to be going on in this facility. And so they might need to be able to close those curtains depending on what phase of their project they're in. Going up to the third deck, we've just got these generic project rooms. So working with energy architects and the Vaughn design team, we wanted to make it reconfigurable. So here's one of those rooms configured as a classroom. We have them configured as mission control rooms or labs or offices as well. Look at that corridor, walking down there, connecting all of those project rooms, a glass railing looking out over, on this side, Mars. So here's one of those project rooms configured like an office. If you're an out-of-state company and you would like to have an office here in Clear Lake, I can't imagine a better spot than right on either the moon or the Mars side of this building. And there's one of the project rooms configured like a lab. So again, very flexible, very modular. We could connect them. If you'd like a double-wide project room, we could do that. Now back out on the moon side, look at that ceiling, 80-foot tall ceiling, 2.5-acre indoor moonscape, 2.5-acre Marsscape. What an amazing opportunity for scientists and engineers. And then not to steal the show, but look at this room. Down at the end of the third floor, an amazing auditorium, multi-purpose room. Just imagine all the celebrations that will occur in this room. Successful landings on the moon, on Mars, live feeds coming in from other worlds to those giant projectors. All of us in the community getting to celebrate. And again, that auditorium has these balconies, one on the moon side, one on the Mars side. Might be a little distracting if anyone's up at the podium, but we'll take it. It's going to be an amazing facility. Again, we want to thank the state. We want to thank NASA. We want to thank Energy Architects and Vaughn and all the folks at A&M that are making this happen. So now I wanted to turn it over to Nancy, but where is Nancy? Oh, wait, there's Nancy. Look at that. She's got, oh, look at that. It's our new inaugural flag, the A&M University Space Institute. She's planting that flag. Go for it, Nancy. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. And with that, I want to thank you. What a great day. What a beautiful day in Houston. I told the events team it could be raining, could be snowing, could be a hurricane. What a beautiful day. Enjoy it. Come out, take a look at some of the little robots that my students have built. And thank you for coming today.
Giving you all my hours, handing you all that I got. 'Cause I know, yeah, we know all about us. Best friend to heart disease. 'Cause you got the cure to fix me. Got my heart up in your sleeve, so reveal what I need. We're heaven bound.